Hello, Nerdy Librarian here, bringing you what I believe is episode 23, I lose count sometimes, of this legendary playthrough of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. When last we left Felix Oddball, he was part of the Imperial Legion, and they had been taking hold after hold, waging war, battling their way through forts across the landscape of Skyrim. There was one more fort to take before marching on Windhelm, the city that Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak held power. Fort Amal, within Eastmarch. They took this with ease. Well, I say with ease. There were a few gaffes during that. It didn't go as planned. It took longer than it probably should have. But then the fort was taken, and the Imperial army finally marched on Windhelm, the center of this conflict. Battle ensued within the city walls. Fire everywhere. The flashing and slashing of blades. People falling on both sides. Speaking of gaffes, the Battle of Windhelm for me took way longer than it should have because of getting bottlenecked by Imperial soldiers. That's a completely different matter. But you know what? I'm not mad about that. It was kind of funny, actually. And to be honest, Felix was able to fight his way through Windhelm, getting to the Palace of the Kings. And upon reaching the palace with General Tullius and Legate Ricca, they proceeded to do battle with Ulfric Stormcloak and his right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist. And they succeeded in defeating both of them, with General Tullius dealing the final blow to Ulfric Stormcloak, as Felix had had enough killing for one day, as he said. And so, Windhelm was captured by the Imperials. Since then, there's been some other quests and stuff going on. I filmed a bonus content Gone Fishing episode, Gone Fishing 6. So that is why currently you are not seeing the entranceway to the Palace of the Kings blocked by burning rubble and that sort of thing. But today, since we completed a main quest line, or since we completed a quest line and that sort of thing, we're going to take some time to start working on some of these miscellaneous quests. So I have 4 that are selected so far, but there are probably going to be more added to this. Yes, there are a lot of these other missions that can be done, but obviously this one at the top is Gone Fishing. I don't necessarily want to get into the Bard's College quest line just yet. Just don't feel like doing the white file right now. Let everything wear off from the Battle of Windhelm and that sort of thing before that. This one, that's just a creepy one. I don't want to do that yet. Same with that. I'm not high enough level for this to get the best rewards from it. Once again, this is a large quest line that this attaches to, so I don't want to do that. The Forsworn Conspiracy is a whole thing. Taking care of business, once again, I don't want to get involved with a quest line so soon after finishing up another one. I want to have a few episodes in between of just, hey, we're going to do some exploring, we're going to clear out some of our miscellaneous quests and that sort of thing. And, yeah. And then, once again, that's tied to Thieves Guild. And then these are the 2 DLCs that, once again, I don't want to get tied up in quite yet. So I guess we're going to go ahead and jump into this one here. A lot to do today. A lot to do. There's bandit leader Silent Moon's camp that needs to get taken out. There is report to the Jarl of Whiterun. There is killing the giant at Steamcrag camp. And then there is also finding the moon amulet inside Embershard Mine, which actually, we've been to Embershard Mine fairly recently with Gone Fishing 5 and 6. Huh. Oh, last thing I probably had equipped was a fishing rod. Oh yeah, we also got this cool beauty following the Battle of Windhelm. Yeah, look at that. That thing's just a beast. And we got this from Gone Fishing. From completing the from getting the rare fish. Now, I'm a little disappointed though that I can't quite use it yet. And oh wait, no, I can. I can actually use it and get the 15 times sneak attack damage, which will be key, mind you. So first, because there's this guard here, right? Turn ourselves invisible and make our way behind, or
time to end this little game.
Oops, right, pickpocketing, right, I always forget that. Pickpocketing drops invisibility. That's such a bummer. It's like, you can't do anything while invisible. Oh, man. Oh well. Let's just sneak our way in here.
Lying little harlot. That bright ain't mine. Could be anyone's. Won't get one frosty septic from me.
Okay. Now there are two bandits down there, right? So let's even the odds a little bit. Switch back on this one here. Because if I can sneak in behind where this bandit's going to go and just kind of stay still,
Someone there?
I can get that sweet, sweet sneak attack damage, which will be really nice. Now, likely he's going to see me here, right?
I heard something.
Probably. Now, and I could use Potion of Invisibility, but he's just a normal bandit.
Gold.
I don't have any reason for concern. Also, he's a little bit distracted with his fallen ally there being on the ground. So, I don't know if I'm going to be, I don't think I'm going to be able to get behind them. But I can certainly try.
Huh? Thought I heard something.
Well, that went poorly. I was not patient enough with that. Also, I'm having a very fun issue of having sunlight stream through my window onto my computer screen here. So that's fun. What have we got here? We got anything good here? Come on. Let's see here. There's some stuff here. Torch Scots. Nothing too spectacular, looks like. And then there's this lever. Now, this can be fun. It may be. Because I thought there was supposed to be a bandit that's like, hey, we were told to keep the bridge up. Why has it been drawn? But apparently not. Apparently that's not the case. Okay, so the moon amulet, it appears, is going to be in this room to the right. And I do know that there is somebody that is a guard outside. Also, my sneak skill is 100, right? fullest level of that, and I have an apparel item that... Yeah, the Silver Emerald Necklace. Sneaking is 24% better. So apparently Felix is just garbage in the sneaking department. Uh-oh. Oh! There we go. That's that sweet, sweet sneak attack damage. See, this... However you pronounce this thing. Fang of Henkatamet. It is broken. It is so good for a dagger. Spell Tome Clairvoyance. Has Felix read that one yet? Let's check. Has not? Good, good. Okay, found the Moon Amulet. So we can give that to Casual. An amethyst, some gold, a petty soul gem with a petty soul in it, some scaled armor, which we already have, a circlet of conjuration, I'll definitely take that, circlet of minor restoration, okay, and novice robes of illusion. So, items that I might be able to disenchant. Probably not, I've probably disenchanted stuff like them already, but if not, then add that to our repertoire. That'll be really nice. So like I said, we've been through here fairly recently with Gone Fishing, so it is certifiably clear. What that also means, simultaneously, is that there aren't going to be a lot of good things to find. Not to say that there aren't any. I forgot to grab that coin purse last time I was in here. But, I mean, if we go up here, there's a little mess area up here with food and that sort of thing. And around the corner here is where they kind of keep their loot, usually. But I've already taken that and I've already searched the chest. Same with the chest that's behind the rock there. So, let's not worry about that. Instead, let's make our way up here and exit the mine and get the Moon Amulet back to Karo. Ah, yes, a nice, beautiful Skyrim night. Let's see, where is... Okay, so they're currently at Windhelm right now. In the time that it takes to fast travel, they might have moved. Oh yeah, that's absolutely what happened. They absolutely moved. Yeah. Now they are in Short Stone, which means they're going to be at Riften next. As far as I can tell. Right? Right? Yeah. So just have to wait for them here. Let's make it 10 hours or so. They should arrive on the road. I think. Yeah, here they are. Excellent.
Bring your coins, but do not bring trouble. May the saints have them.
I have your amulet, Casual.
There it is. Ah, home. If you ever need the skills of a Khajiit warrior by your side, I would be honored to travel with you. Until then, here. This is for you. In thanks.
Ah, much obliged.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
You too, friend. I would have taken him up on his offer of having him follow me, but here's the thing. Sneaking inherently in any Bethesda game works better alone when you're alone. NPCs are very noisy and very prone to being spotted. More so than a clumsy Felix that has a full sneak skill and a plus 24% sneak skill ring on. Not to say that he's impervious to being spotted, Or because he's not with all of that. Just, he's less likely to be spotted if he's alone. And that's the distinction. Alright. Oh. That's a bear. Oh, that's a very angry cave bear. Run, Felix. Run for your life. Mistakes are made. Oh. Well, bad news is, it bit us. Good news is, well, it's a long way down. Also bad news, there is another cave bear down there. And we have to go down into those plains. Oh. Oh, what's this? Oh! Whoa. Okay. Who are these people? Wait. Cultists. It's bad news. Yep. Murdoch cultists. From the Dragonborn DLC. Once again, this is my third encounter, I believe. Well, yes. Well, maybe it's the fourth encounter. I've had a lot of encounters with cultists. So the key to this is to be stealthy. So, I'll stop firing arrows for a little bit here, clear the heat a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to get down on the road with them because they are extremely powerful magic users. I'm not sure what the arrow drop is on this. I do need some fire salts for a blacksmith that I know. Nope, it bamfed out. Man, I'm just missing all of these shots. What's the arrow drop on this? What is it? Oh, what's the range on this, huh? Missed it, but they stopped short. Over their shoulder. Right there. That's a hit. Also, the cultists heal themselves, like none other, so that's always fun. Like I said, extremely powerful magic users. Try to sneak away if we can here. Oh, yay, we're on the edge of a cliff. This is absolutely perfect. This is absolutely the place you want to be. Not. Yeah, because if they come up the hill and spot me, it's going to be bad. Thankfully, they have not. I'm going to go ahead and quick save. Just because we've started to do a lot already this episode, and I don't want to lose that progress. And I don't want to make the same mistakes that I've made in the past on quick saving, which will still probably happen in the future. Believe it or not. Ooh. They also have very high perceptive ability. I don't know if it's inherently because they are higher level enemies. Well, now they've spotted me, so the entire idea of being able to utilize stealth has pretty much effectively gone out the window. Don't know why I didn't get sneak attack, because I wasn't even spotted on that shot. And, like I said, they heal like none other. Someone traveling on the road there, but I don't think they're of any consequence. As far as I know, I mean, don't know why somebody would be traveling out here on the road when there are cultists out here. Yeah, I'm just going to unequip and re-equip things just in the event that there was some weird glitch that was making it so that sneak wasn't working. I doubt that's the case, but just in the event, in the very, very unlikely event. Okay, so did get spotted, but I took one of them down. And speaking of that, yeah, speaking of the blacksmith that needs fire salts, I might as well have this one on as well. Just, I mean, even if it doesn't necessarily get completed anytime soon. Oh! Ooh. Okay. They really like their fire.
Your blood will flow in Mirak's name.
Yeah, the cultists really like to use fire. Well, I guess we're gonna be getting close to that cave bear, huh? Yeah. Danger close. Danger close. Do I have any potions of stamina? Regenerate stamina. And a couple potions of stamina. Okay. Okay. I can make this work. Don't get caught up on a rock lip. You're doing great, Felix. Where'd that cave bear go? It's all the way back there. Okay. Alright. You know what? Let's just switch over to my other bow that has soul trap ability on it and see what we can do here. Cave bear is going to be quite tanky. Missed it. Okay, got a critical on that. I don't think it can get me up here. Surprisingly. Oh. Almost got it there. I was 1 second too late on it. Also, there is going to be a dragon nearby. Just because that over there with those statues, that's a place where a dragon resides. Try to get a better vantage point on this bear. I don't think that's gonna happen here. It's pretty well hidden behind that rock, which is unfortunate for me. Did I even hit it on that? Oh, now it wants me. Question is, can it get up to me? Answer is no. Or maybe, but it doesn't want to try. It doesn't want to try to. And it goes back to hiding behind the rock. I can kind of see it though. So, force it to run away a little bit. Looks like it will escape for now. It'll probably come back after me though. It's not gaining health back, which is good. Got it. And its soul. And the soul gem. Good. Excellent. But this also means, well, quick save, obviously. But there are also still cultists on the road up there that I should probably take out. Otherwise, I mean, there's still going to be harrying me. Ooh, jaspe grapes. Don't mind if I do. Also, a lot of good, there are a lot of good alchemy ingredients that come from this region as well in Skyrim. So, we'll definitely take those. If at all possible. Creep cluster. Okay, now I have to be careful. Wait. There's just all sorts of individuals on this road today, aren't there? I do believe they are friendly, though.
This one needs something.
Oh!
These sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warm.
Yeah, I know these Khajiit. I know these individuals. Oh, that's a cow. No, that's a pleasant sight. Oh! There's a giant up there as well. One fast giant. Did you see it's waddling there? That was just odd. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not hidden here. It definitely knows where I am. I'm moving. Now, you know what would be funny? It'd be funny to get the giant to, say, fall off a cliff. Oh, I don't have any stamina. Well, that's the bad news. The good news is, giants aren't the most intelligent of creatures. But neither am I if I'm goading it. Missed. Got it. Scaled boots. No. Giant's toe, yes. Gold, yes. The arrows. Other than that, I don't need anything from it. And it's going to just fall down the cliff here. It's just going to slide on down. There we go. It's been dealt with. And pop another quick save. So where did those cultists go? Ooh, it's also really foggy in game. It's a cool effect, but also kind of ominous. Yeah, I don't see the cultists, so maybe I got far enough away from them that they despawned and there was a different encounter that spawned where they were. It's also interesting that those Khajiit were traveling on the road this way. I just spoken with them about a day previously. I just returned the moon amulet. Oh no, oh. That's just unnecessary. Then here's the saber cat that the cultists took out. Oh. Who's this?
Maik wishes you well.
Maik the liar. Don't have to talk to him. But he's also someone you can randomly encounter on the road, and then, yep, the rest of, or the Khajiit caravan, and that sort of thing. So we have a bounty. An APB has been put out on a giant over here at Steam Crag Camp. So it is my job to carry that out. As you can see, something terrible went down here. Something very terrible indeed. They were either attacked by giants or by a dragon. The Book of Daedra, it's not a skill book. Wolf Queen, Volume 4, not a skill book. Looks like they just brought a couple of books along with them for the journey. Never like to see this sort of thing. Potion of Extreme Healing. Well, I don't think they're going to need it, so they're not going to need that anymore. Okay, there's the giant in question. And there's a dragon back there circling its abode. And there's a mammoth to the left as well. Missed it. Okay, I may not be able to fill a soul gem with this giant, which is fine, to be honest. I'd much rather just be able to take it out safely, because they take like 6 shots. Like they just don't go down typically.
Whoosh!
Now, correction. That's a soul gem filled. And a giant dealt with. Collect bounty from Yorleaf over in Windhelm, which I find really interesting because the Imperial Legion is now in charge of Windhelm, so what has become of Yorleaf? Has he been arrested? Has he been taken out of power? Or is he still advisor to whoever is in power? I doubt that's the case. Jarls tend to put those that they trust most in those positions of power. Okay, chest. Some gold and lockpicks. That's about it. Horse meat. Mammoth cheese bowl. And some mammoth cheese. Should probably fast travel away so that dragon isn't an issue. Well, I do have business up in Windhelm, so let's head up that way and then over to Whiterun. Seems like the most convenient thing to do, right? Right? Probably. as you can see, your leaf is still up here.
You have something to say, dog?
Serving as steward to Ulfric Stormcloak was a great honor, but I don't miss his temper.
The giant at Steamcrack camp is dead. I'm here for the bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Ah, thank you.
It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, so he just serves whoever is currently in power. He didn't have allegiance one way or the other, which is good. So now I can either report to the Jarl of Whiterun, or I can go over to Silent Moon's camp and take out the leader there. I'm going to take out the leader at Silent Moon's camp, but I'm not going to fast travel to Silent Moon's camp. I have my reasons for that. If I fast travel right in there, I'm going to get attacked immediately. I know it. I know that for a fact. So instead, I'm going to make my way there on foot. It's a beautiful day in Skyrim. Look at this. This is about perfect. Ooh, hey. Beehive. Beehive husk and honeycomb. Excellent. Those are ingredients that I don't find a whole lot of, just because there are only a few locations that you can find beehives in the game. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, that did not go as planned. Apparently they had a bandit thug as the first bandit that was there. So, well, I wonder how far they're going to chase me. Missed it. Probably sailed over his head, which it had, so... Ooh, that one came up short. Oh! I think somebody tried to shoot an ice spike at me. I heard the sound, but I didn't see it. Now they are going after some mud crabs, which is good. They're distracted. And while they're distracted... Never mind. Run. Just run. That's a powerful magic user. I am sure of that. Okay. Near a giant camp here, so maybe, just maybe, I can get them to tangle with the giants and bandits here. That would be good. That would be excellent. Or, I can just lose them all together. That's fine too. Yep, and they're still going after mud crabs. An Argonian Frost Mage, looks like. Bandit. Mud crabs are definitely doing something right. Okay, I need to move again, because, like I said, Ice Mage means they have ice spikes, which have a very good range, and they are very accurate. However, if you see a bandit thug go into space, which he did not, but if you see a bandit go into space, you know what happened. They'll have joined the Skyrim Space Force. Go ahead and search this bandit thug here and get an arrow back. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, they definitely did the number on these mud crabs. But luring them over to the giants, not dragons. giants. Be clear what we're talking about here. Luring them over to the giants works out, and the giants do so much damage against them. Okay. Actually, while I'm at it, I might as well try to find out what happens to that bandit thug, the first one that I was doing combat with. Which, knowing my track record, I probably won't be able to find them, but I would like some arrows back, other stuff. Yeah, no, it's fine. I probably won't find them again. Nope, we have stuff to do here. There's a leader of this bandit camp to take out, to neutralize. Collect on a bounty, which I have business at Dragon's Reach anyways. So that's perfect. Gives me a good excuse to hit up.
Now you're mine.
Really? My low perceptive ability strikes again. Yeah, I just didn't see that individual there. Just didn't see that bandit thug. Okay, wolves as well. That's fine. Just get into a position where we don't have to worry about them. Okay. Now, as far as I know, that bandit thug will be trying to make their way back to their post in the camp if they followed me as far as I think they did. I could be wrong. Nope, I'm not. Oh, that'll be a miss. That won't. Missed it. Okay. So they know something's up. They know they've been hit by an arrow, but they're not sure from where. Which is good for me. However, if I'm not careful here, I will reveal my location. I see they're also using glass arrows based upon what they have on their back there. What are they doing? Okay. And like I said, I heard some wolves, so let's go ahead and deal with them as well, if at all possible here. Boom. One down. Two down. And soul gem stilled. Excellent. All part of the plan. Okay, let's get back to giving that bandit thug a bad day, shall we? Where'd they go? Oh, hey, some blue butterflies around here. Good for fortifying enchanting potions and other things. So, go ahead. I'll go ahead and catch another one of those. Bandit thug, come out and play. Got him. Oh, there was a wolf here. Okay. Yep, got him. Yep, glass arrows like I thought. Some lockpicks and iron arrows. There we go. Okay, let's go clear this out. Welcome to the Silent Moon's camp. So, if they had bandit thugs outside, Does that mean they're going to have bandit thugs inside?
Never enough gold. Someone there?
Nope, they've got bandits and then a bandit plunderer, which I can only guess is going to,
I guess
yeah.
I was just hearing it.
The bandit plunderer is the bandit leader here. That's not good news for me. They are going to be very, very tanky. Sure, why not?
Is someone there?
Okay, all I can hope to do is sneak away. And rinse, repeat. I could use more of these potions of slow. I mean, I have a few of them, but they're worth so much at the same time. And granted, I only have so many of them that also reduce health. I sadly don't have any of the ones that I discovered that are really fun. Because I used the last one on Galmar Stonefist.
Must be my imagination. Go to the college, Doc said. Use your smarts, he said. Yeah, like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant.
Sneak attack critical. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Criticals are the best ones because they do 1.5 times damage by themselves. And then with sneak attack,
I know I heard something.
it makes it 4.5 times the amount of normal damage done. So that puts some perspective on how much health a bandit plunderer actually has. Because each of these shots from this bow by themselves are 92 damage. So 4.5 times that amount for each critical shot. So 300. Let's see, 368 for 4 times damage, and then 514 damage per shot.
Just hand over the gold.
Well, I could be doing that wrong. It might not be 1.5 times damage on a sneak attack. Or on a sneak attack critical. Okay, let's go. Well, that's been dealt with. Excellent. Scroll of Blizzard, that's fun.
Did round and bid the elf goodbye. For none could know 'twas not for show, and someone had
Okay, Bandit Outlaw. Easily dealt with. Thank you for the steel arrows. And set of double doors that needs a lock picked. Well, we lost 2 lockpicks on this. That's fine. Come on. Oh, come on, Felix. Come on. It's only an adept lock. What are you? It was right down the middle. Are you kidding me? Ooh. Oh, that's another fun one. Scroll of Guardian Circle. That's really good. And then, let's see. Garlic Braid. Don't need the rabbit. Dried Frost Miriam. And then there should be some potions here on the shelf. Plentiful Stamina. Enhanced Stamina. Lunar Iron Mace, which I already have. A Solution of Health. Potion of Health. And a Potion of Regeneration. Take all of that. And then some gold over here. Lingering Stamina Poison. I'm not going to worry about that. If we go back up here, there will be a chest. Excellent. with some gold, another potion of plentiful magicka, a potion of stamina, and then a couple items that I don't need. Unenchanted items that weigh quite a bit. And let's quick save. Okay. Now, there is more to be seen and done here. We need... I mean, granted, we completed the bounty and that sort of thing, so we need to go back to Provinces Avenici in Whiterun. But there are more bandits up here that can be taken out. There's other such things.
You picked a bad time to get lost, then.
Oh, that bandit plunderer is a magic user. Ooh. That's really not good for me.
Where are you?
There you are.
Make a fine rug, cat.
Let them know exactly where I am. So maybe they will wander their way out here, and if they do, well, they will know the wrath and force of my unrelenting force. Actually, hang on. Or, let me introduce you to a friend of mine, since I am not near a city or anything. Granted, it takes 300 seconds for shout energy to come back, but that's fine. Storm Call. It does a lot. Each of these lightning strikes do like 50 damage apiece. So for anyone unfortunate enough to be caught within it, like that bandit there, just gets fried. Ooh. Good shot, good shot. Respectable. And while this is going on, I'm going to switch back over to Unrelenting Force just so when the shout meter does come back fully, I won't accidentally be on Storm Call still and actually give a shout off in the middle of the city. Because, let me warn you, while Storm Call is a very cool shout, it's very fun to use, it is also an NPC killer. On top of that, it only lasts for a limited amount of time. So, that was it. That was the duration of that.
No sign of him.
Which is unfortunate.
Use your smarts, she says. Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant. What was that?
Oh, come on. I hit a weird hitbox on the side there. I'm wanting to be able to do damage to that plunderer, but it's not going well. And please don't take that out of context. Anyway. That's it. At the very least, I'd like to be able to do some crowd control here.
I know I heard something.
I know I heard something. You did. You did hear something. It just didn't pan out the way it was supposed to, but you heard something.
Is someone there?
That wasn't sneak attack, sadly. Because she saw it coming at the last second there. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I would like the loot in that chest, please. But you are standing in the way. You bandit scum.
Might pay off my bounty this time. Walk into the city as a free man.
What was that?
And that is what you call a sneak attack. Right there.
Is someone
You know,
there?
if only I had remembered with the fishing quests that Stormcall causes, well, a rainstorm.
What was that?
Oh, good, good. Sneak attack on the Plunderer. Excellent. That's such a good thing to have happened there. Did quite a bit of damage. Because Plunderers are very tanky.
Must be
Especially
my
magic
imagination.
users. Like, you don't want to go up against them
Should have known she was lying.
head on. Okay. Now, the issue here is that since that Plunderer is a magic user, there is a very good chance that they will switch over to healing magic and heal themselves up. Because I know this next arrow is not going to do nearly enough damage to them. So what I'm going to do is take out the thug first. Like I said, that way it'll just be me and the bandit plunder, so I can at least give myself a little bit of time to be able to get that second shot off, to hopefully keep them from being able to heal.
Must be my imagination.
I hit a weird hitbox there on the side of the wall, but it's fine. It worked out. Nords Arise by Anonymous. Okay. And a Staff of Sparks. Lightning that does 8 points of shock damage to health and magicka per second. No, it's a very weak staff. Elven arrows, excellent. Steel arrows and iron arrows, nice. Okay, like I said, I wanted... what was in here? So notes on the Lunar Forge, I've read that already. What's in the chest? What's in the box? Some gold, a lesser soul gem, a scroll of mass paralysis, always fun, and a blessed steel sword. Let's take that in case it can be disenchanted. And then let's go complete these 2 miscellaneous quests up here. And then
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
Ah, I know how that feels, friend. Sorry. Alright, 2 birds with 1 well-aimed stone.
Come to Dragon's Reach. I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
The bandit leader, Silent Moon's camp, is dead. I'm here for the bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Ah, thank you.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Ah, my Jarl.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I've heard there's trouble with your children.
Yes, my youngest son. He's a dark child. I don't know what to do with him. He was always a quiet lad, but lately, something has changed. He's become brooding, violent. He won't say a word to me, but I don't know how I upset him. If you could speak to him, draw out the truth, I would be immensely grateful.
It would be my honor. Okay. So I reported to the Jarl of Whiterun. It did not... Oh, that was a different thing.
What is it that you need?
Ah, why do you think Ulfric killed thy king?
No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Okay, so apparently that's not working right now. That's fine. The Whispering Door. Let's look into this.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
No,
The only
dear.
grown-ups who talk to me are the kind I don't want talking to me.
Your father said to speak to you.
So, the disgusting pig sent you to bother me. One day, I'll tear his face apart so he can leave me alone. My father doesn't know anything about me. But I know about him. and about the war. More than he might think.
What sorts of things?
I know that he still worships Talos. That he hates the Thalmor almost as much as the Stormcloaks do. That he worries about being chased from Whiterun. That I don't have the same mother as my brother and sister.
And how do you know these things?
The castle is old. Lots of places nobody's been in a long while. Places where you can overhear things, see things. And the Whispering Lady.
Who's the Whispering Lady?
She won't tell me her name. I've gotten good at listening to keyholes. At the door in the basement, I hear her talking to me. I thought I was caught, but she started telling me even more secrets. But I can't open the door.
And where is this door, Nelkir?
In the basement. Trust me, you'll see it. I bet she'll talk to you too.
Well, that's cryptic.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Yes, I know. Okay, so don't confuse the basement as being that. That's not the basement. This is the way to the basement. Yeah, through this door.
At last. I've been waiting for someone more fit to carry out my will. The child is spirited, but lacks agency.
Is there someone behind the door?
Regrettably, I cannot reach your plane so directly. But I forgive you for not knowing who I am. Few hear my whispers anymore. I am Mephala, the Lady of Whisper. I tug at the web of connections between mortals. Love, hatred, loyalty, betrayal. The boy was good at sussing out secrets. You, I expect to take a more active role.
So Nelkir is good at Among Us, is what you're saying. I don't want to help.
Suit yourself. But those who listen at doors always wonder what is beyond them. Eventually, your curiosity will drive you back to me.
How do I open the door?
The whole of Whiterun is ripe with paranoia and tensions. The Jarl's court is right to fear the power I hold behind this door. The Jarl trusts few, and they will be his undoing. The Dark Child knows of what I speak. Let him guide your path.
Like I said, that's cryptic. Boy. They just have to be so cryptic, don't they? They have to hide behind a door and just whisper at us.
You know the Whispering Lady, don't you? I can tell. Kinda nice being in on a secret, isn't it?
Do you know how to open the whispering door?
I told you, I know everything about the castle. For some reason, that door is special. Only 2 people can open it. Balgruuf and Farengar, the court wizard. How you get it from them is up to you. Nobody would notice if Farengar went missing, I promise you. Alright then.
Let's not make him go missing, but, you know, speech skill might be a good idea here. Maybe. It's been a while since I've done this quest. Farengar.
Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
Oh, it's telling me that I have to pickpocket it. Or Or pickpocket it. I don't like to steal things from people, but this is a very rare occasion where somebody is being ailed by a wanton spirit, and I believe that I have no choice but to, because it doesn't give me a dialogue option either.
What do you think you're doing? What was that?
Really? Are you kidding me? A 90% chance, and it still fails. How do I get so unlucky on that?
Come to Dragon's Reach.
I serve your... Excellent. You've done us a great service.
It saved none of that?
Here's your reward.
What is it that you need? He was all... He won't...
Just gonna skip through all this again.
Draw out
Okay,
the truth.
maybe I forgot to
I
quick
would
save,
be immensely
but...
grateful. You have my attention?
Oh... You know, there wasn't an actual, like, door to the basement that I had to go through. So that one's on me again. So we'll just...
Another one.
We'll just
But
skip
I
through all
know
these
about
dialogue
him.
options again.
Places where. And she won't tell.
Because you've seen this
I thought
before,
I-
don't need to
but I can't
rehash
open the
these
door.
things.
In the basement. I bet she'll talk
I'm
to you too.
really sorry about this. I never mean for it to happen. It just does. Things go so unfortunately. I just get unlucky. Did you see that? 90% chance of being able to get that key. And the game just said no. Sadly, you cannot skip through the dialogue with
to carry out my will.
the
The
Pantheon.
child is spirited, but lacks agency. The boy is good at sussing out secrets, but the corruptibility of children is ultimately too limited for my purposes. You, though, I expect will prove far more malleable.
I don't like being called malleable. I'm not so easily molded.
You may think so, but in the end, you mortals will always flit like fire with the winds of your desires and conveniences. And those winds issue from my whispers.
What do you want me to do?
First, you must open this door. A piece of my power has been locked away behind it, and even my eyes cannot see past the seals. I'd much rather it be in the hands of an ambitious and talented person, such as yourself.
How do I open the door?
The whole of Whiterun is ripe with paranoia and tensions. The Jarl's court is right to fear the power I hold behind this door. The Jarl trusts few, and they will be his undoing. The Dark Child knows of what I speak. Let him guide your path.
Okay. Now let's not make the same mistake twice here. We'll speak to Nelkir, and then we'll quick save.
You. I told you. For some reason, how you get it from them is up to you. Nobody would notice if Farengar went missing. I promise you.
Okay. Quick save it. And then we're going to try the same thing again, because it's all random number generation. Yeah. And I just got unlucky the first time around. How that happens, I do not know. Retrieve the ebony blade. admonition against Ebony. Why don't we read this first before taking that? To anyone reading this, beware this blade. It is hoped that the only people having access to this room should be the Jarl of Whiterun and his trusted wizard. If anyone else is reading this, please understand the magnitude of your folly. Turn around and never even speak of this room or this blade to anyone. It has corrupted and perverted the desires of great men and women, yet its power is without equal, to kill while your victim smiles at you. Only a Daedra most foul could have concocted such a malevolent and twisted weapon, but it appears that all who wield it end up with the crazed eyes of those wild men who roam the hills chattering with rabbits. It is not to be trifled with, not even the hottest fires of the Skyforge could melt it. Indeed, the coals themselves seem to cool when it was placed within. We cannot destroy it, and we would not have it fall into the hands of our enemies. So we keep it hidden, dark, and deep within Dragon's Reach, never to be used. Woe be to any who choose to take it.
Excellent work. Now, I trust you're sharp enough to see that the sword doesn't match the description of the ebony blade you may know. It has languished too long outside the winds of alliance and betrayal. To return to its past glory, it must first drink the blood of deceit. Your world is admirably steeped in lies and inclinations. My blade is a darling leech that feeds on deceptions and nourishes its master. Seek out those closest to you. The final pluck of their misguided heartstrings will accompany my blade in a song of your grandeur.
Yeah, this blade has a dark history. It is very dark. The ebony blade absorbs the life essence of your foes, strengthened by the blood of deceit. So the only way to raise the damage on this blade, aside from upgrading it at a forge, is to betray your allies, your followers, the ones that follow you. I do not want to do that. It is to be a relic, no more than that. But it can be used as a good two-handed blade against enemies. It says it absorbs the life essence of foes. So I imagine that to be it absorbs health. I don't know how much it absorbs though. So I'm going to have to look this up. But yeah, that is a Daedric artifact, by the way. There are 15 Daedric artifacts in the game. We just collected one. Not that you have to use every single one. Let's see here. It can't be upgraded. Right. Oh, right. It can't be upgraded. Okay, it starts with a 10-point absorb health enchantment that can be increased by slaying friendly characters. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's not. Oh, that is a very dark thing to just have sitting around in your basement. You need to be more careful than that. And now Felix is carrying it. Not that he has to use it. Well, I do want to see whether it's going to let me report to the Jarl of Whiterun or not. It looks like I'll have to in the morning here because of time in game. So instead, Do you have any sort of devouring for disenchanting? Or the Elven Gauntlets of Major Wielding? No. No. No way. I have 2 glass swords on me? Really? When did that happen? Oh, it probably happened at some point. I just missed it. Let's do some enchanting here. Why not? But what type of enchanting do I want to do? Ooh. Oh, that's an interesting question. I'll just do some random archery ones. That's fine. 1%. Golden ring. Ooh, we do have this Orcish helmet, which I can also put Fortify Archery on it and raise its value by 54 gold, or I can raise it up to even 1,034. But that would use up one of those Greater Soul Gems, which I guess that's worthwhile because Grand Soul Gems or Black Soul Gems are the ones that are best worth having for that. But at the same time, it's only a 14%. It would be a fairly useless enchantment aside from being able to sell this sort of thing. Make lockpicking easier, magic of regeneration. Yeah, Fortify Archery is the one that you can get the most gold from. Maybe just not do that for right now. Ooh, I do have this that I can upgrade and then wear. So maybe don't enchant it just yet. I do have a couple of glass swords here that I can make use of. Ooh. Undead up to level 17. Flee. Soul Trap. The Silent Moons enchantment. Paralysis. No. Paralysis is a very high level enchantment. Yeah, so if I did that, its value would go up to that, but it doesn't get a lot of charges on it. But I'd be selling this anyways, probably. So it's the same sort of thing with the Orcish helmet, but you know what? Fine. I'm gonna do it on both of these swords. Although, if I give it more uses, more uses means its gold level goes down. Don't give it more uses. Glass Dagger, which is inferior now to what I have. So I could do. I'll just put Paralyze on everything.
Dragons reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
No. I'm just here to do some enchanting. And with that Orcish helmet, I don't know why I debated it so much, honestly. I'm just trying to raise my enchanting skill a little bit. I want to get to another level up. Is what I would like to do. And, make some gold, sell some stuff. And morning approaches in game. Let's see if it'll let me report to the Jarl of Whiterun this time around.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
How can you protect Whiterun from the dragons?
With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do.
Of course. What will it take to end the war?
Ulfric Stormcloak's head on a pike. Do you think Ulfric really cares about Skyrim's independence or the welfare of its people? I promise you, he doesn't. He's nothing more than a barbarian renegade, whose lust for power has cost the lives of countless innocents.
Ah, well, I have good news for you. Ulfric Stormcloak is dead. I do have a question though. Why side with the Empire?
Mutual advantage. Any fool can see that. For centuries, we have benefited from the Empire's protection and prosperous trade with the South. In exchange, the people of Cyrodiil sleep peacefully, knowing their northern border is guarded by the fiercest warriors in all Tamriel.
One last question. Why do you think Ulfric killed thy king?
No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could.
Ah.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Of course.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Yeah, so apparently reporting to the Jarl of Whiterun is not working like it's supposed to. So, to find more details on the bandit's new lead. This is intriguing. I'm curious. I'm curious now about this one. Where do I have to go? Up here. Near Fort Kastov.
Need something? If those rebels think they can best us, they have another thing coming.
That sounded bad. Somebody was in pain there. Everybody alright? You good?
Wait to gut one of those rebels.
Need something?
Well,
Stay sharp.
it looks like that garrison finally arrived here. That's good. It is interesting that there's a miscellaneous quest such as this. Now this belongs to the Saints and Seducers expansion. So this place is still clear. However, it would appear that I missed this on the first time through. Oh, Bandit's Note on Hidden Treasure. I like that. Line and Lure. Read that. Take that. Golden Emerald Circlet. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Let's go ahead and read this. Because I like the sound of this. I like where this is going. Buried Treasure. This is right up my alley. An exotic treasure said to be hidden in Crystal Drift Cave. Heard it from a coinless trader trying to save his own skin. Going to send a few to see if the story checks out. If the story is true, we need to be sure the Saints don't find it first. Our benefactor will be pleased. Ah. So there is more to the Saints and Seducers quest line. All the way down here, Crystal Drift Cave. Wow. Now, if you remember from watching episode 18 of this playthrough, and that's when I went head-to-head with the Saints and Seducers, you will know that they are very high level enemies. Tanky. Oh! Oh, that's a bear! Oh, hot, ow, oh. Why are there two red dots? No. Oh, there's two bears. Why are there 2 bears? Why do there have to be 2 bears? There's no need for 2 bears. But why are there 2 bears? Of course there are 2 bears. Oh, one of them's a cave bear. Even better. Well, I suppose we run. And hopefully we get far enough away that they will stop chasing. They have not stopped chasing. Aye. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Yep. So we are in 2 bear territory. Excellent. Good to know. I will go around. So that could have been an unmitigated disaster. Also, pop a quick save. Do it. Quick save. Don't forget to quick save. You know what else you shouldn't forget to do? Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. But that's completely different news. There's a saber cat up here as well. Aye, aye, aye. This is ridiculous. The local fauna apparently want me extremely dead. Call it preventing the inevitable. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That's one done for saber cat. But there's a second one, which I can fill a soul gem off of it as long as I get sneak attack on it again. Well, that's not sneak attack again. Oh, come on! Oh, you jerks. Really? Now? This is not the time for this, frostbite spiders. That was some well-aimed spit of yours, but I've had quite enough. Got him. And build a soul gem. Ugh. Ugly. Nasty. Okay, Crystal Drift lair behind a supposed lair of, well, supposed lair of saber cats. Okay, just making sure everything that's supposed to be equipped is equipped. And another good opportunity to build some full jump. I like that. Oh, we have some wolves going after the skeever here. Now it just seems to be me and the skeever at the moment. Skeever and I. However you do grammar on that. Oh, a silver ring. Don't mind if I take that. Okay. Giant rat has been dealt with. Now it is interesting that there were wolves in here. Dragon's tongue as well. I hay pile for sleeping. So somebody made residence in here and then it got overrun by wildlife. That's what it looks like, at least. So where's this treasure? Oh. Potion of cure disease. Gadnor's last wishes. Also, there is a plate freaking out here. get this gold off of it so it stops that. Obtain amber and obtain madness ore. Oh, Gadnor, my trusted friend and companion, has been laid to rest. I built a shrine to watch over him and bring peace to weary travelers. Of the few riches Gadnor possessed in life, his most prized was a warhammer made of jagged crystal he famously won in a coin toss. After months of research, I came to believe this hammer was some sort of otherworldly treasure. Shortly before his passing, it was his wish that it be hidden away until one who has walked the Shivering Isles emerges to retrieve it. I have followed his instructions to the letter, and a powerful illusion spell now obscures it. To break the spell, one must first acquire pieces of what supposedly make up the weapon itself, amber and madness ore. Such things, if they actually exist, would be great treasures in their own right. If the enchantment is correct, only by placing the ores into the embers near Gadnor's body will the spell be broken. If Gadnor is not mad, perhaps one day this peerless weapon will find its way into worthy hands once again. Huh, interesting. Well, I was expecting to fight Saints and Seducers here, but apparently I was wrong. Great, that makes things easier on me. So I need to obtain those, which I do have at Breezehole. I have plenty of them. So I guess, hi-ho, it's back to Whiterun we go. And while I'm here in the city, might as well sell some things, maybe buy some things. You know, it's the usual. Let me loiter first for 12 hours. Well, that's not the definition of loiter. Right? Or no, loiter is just standing around in a place kind of acting a little bit suspicious, right? Right? Something like that? I don't know. Anywho. Do we have any ore that we can smelt here? No. There we go.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance. Don't forget to check inside the shop.
It's like 10-something in the morning and she hasn't opened up shop yet.
Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
Come on. Why haven't you opened up shop yet?
You think all the counsel my father provides the Jarl is his alone? Huh. Let's just say I advise the advisor, and leave it at that.
What have you got for sale?
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Okay, first let's take a look at what she has here. Don't need that. That's... Ooh. Oh, that's so expensive, though. It's fun. It really looks like fun. A glass mace of immobilizing. Chance to paralyze the target for 4 seconds. No, I'd better not. As fun as it is. Oh, Dwarven Shield of Major Blocking. No. Scaled Helmet of Illusion. I don't really need any of that. But I do have some glass swords that can be sold here. Not the glass sword of the Blaze, however. Or... No. The glass sword of the Blaze does a whole bunch of damage. It's so much fun. I'm not going to sell that. But these other glass swords that I enchanted, they're getting sold. Yes, they're getting sold. I've made up my mind. I'm selling them. Along with this orcish helmet. Excellent. I also have this scaled horn armor, so I might be able to improve it, potentially. I need a Karundum ingot, and scaled horn armor has the same armor class, actually, as just normal scaled armor. Is that correct? Yes, it just has a horn on it, is all. It's just a different look. And it's also taking up 6 carry weight.
Come by Bellator.
You know what? Let's check inside here.
Don't mean to
see
be rude,
what
but I'm too busy to talk right now.
Let's do Ulfber
We've
War.
got small weapons as well as big. Maces, daggers, that sort of thing. Looking to protect yourself or
Wonder
deal
if
some
does
damage?
he have a different inventory? I believe he does. Yes, he does. Oh, wow. That's also fun. Don't need that. Don't need that. A lot of stuff that I don't need, but there is quite a bit of fun stuff in here. I will say that. Don't need that. Oh, don't need that. I don't need any of this, to be honest. So let's just sell the scaled horn armor. Yeah.
Good doing business with you.
You as well, friend. And that freed up a little bit of carry weight, so if I do pick up this legendary warhammer, as it's being purported to be, then...
Hey, watch it!
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, gosh. I always forget this Manic Elytra Nymph is here. Okay, take 1 amber and 1 madness ore. Okay, so now I need to place them at Gadnor, or near Gadnor's resting place, which is, well, it's back at that cave, Crystal Drift Cave, which should still be clear. So let's get inside before we get attacked by any of the woodland creatures again. Okay. Ah. Retrieve Nerve Shatter. Ooh. Oh, look at this thing. Ho ho ho! Oh. Target takes 30 points of shock damage and half as much magicka damage. This thing looks insane. Oh, we're just picking up legendary weapons left and right in this episode. Wow. 29 carry weight too. That's a lot. But that's pretty good damage, if you ask me. Wow. It's not bad. Seducers.
Nothing here after all.
They found me, and I know they are going to be very tanky enemies. However, I can potentially give them a bad day. Or just sneak past them, too. It's my choice.
Is someone there?
Come here.
They are very tanky enemies. Well, let's not deal with that head on. Yeah, 15 times damage, and it did, like, nothing. That's insane. Insane. No. Oh. Oh, that's a bear. This might be the end for Felix again. Please no. Don't do it, bear. Don't do it. You don't... You really don't have to... Oh, get me over this rock! Come on! Please! Anything but in the jaws of this bear. Oh, we're safe. We are good. We barely survived that. Oh. Boy. Well now. What else can we do here? So, reporting to the Jarl of Whiterun obviously isn't working right now. I can tell Verilus the Hall of the Dead is safe. I will definitely do that. And that's over in Markarth, on the other side of Skyrim. But, thankfully, it'll be safe. Oh, whew. Don't stand up when you're sheathing your dagger, it just looks weird. You'll poke your eye out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't tell him it was clear beforehand. There's probably some gold that could have been earned from this, or something along those lines.
You've returned. Sir. What happened in the Hall of the Dead?
The Hall of the Dead is safe now.
Divines preserve you. You're a hero. We'll reopen the hall right away. Here, take my amulet as a reward.
Amulet of Arche? Yeah.
Arche protect you.
He gave me an Amulet of Arche for it. Well, that's fine, I guess. Well, what now? What now? We're almost 2 hours into the recording, and which I'm probably gonna end the video soon. Just yeah, well, we've done a lot of miscellaneous quests up to this point. Speak to Laud. Who was Laud? Laud. Where's Laud at? Ooh, down in Falkreath. Oh, I know who Laud is. I don't necessarily want to do this quest either right now, but I will speak to him.
Did you see a hound on the road? Fine, strong creature that's been wandering near town?
No, sorry, I didn't see a dog.
There's one out on the road. I can't afford to chase him down, but I could use a fierce, loyal beast to keep me company. If you were willing to retrieve him for me, I'd give you some fresh meat to attract him out on the road.
I could be convinced to catch him.
Oh, it's smart to demand something up front. Some gold now, and some when I have my dog. Here's the meat.
Ah, thank you.
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengeir first, and the Empire second.
What have you got for sale, friend?
The finest weapons and armor.
We'll see about that. No. No. Nope. Steel Warhammer does 23 damage, base damage, so that Warhammer that we just picked up, I wonder what class it would be categorized as. Increases magic resistance by 12%. I already have that enchantment. I don't need that. Shock suppression. I don't need that either. Leather armor of destruction. Don't need that. Once again, I don't need any of this.
If you need arms or armor.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I don't want to find the dog outside Falkreath right now. That is a whole can of worms that I don't want to deal with.
Strangers like you bring war. I've seen enough war. These graves hold the sons and daughters of Falkreath.
I don't want to interrupt, friend. Gonna wait just a couple hours.
These graves hold the sons and daughters of Falkreath.
Arche was once like us. bound to winding mortality, but he willingly gave up this existence that we might better understand.
Yeah, so this Falkreath is a city that is very much focused on the dead. And what I mean by that is that it is largely focused around its cemetery, its graveyard.
What is it? Dragons?
No, I'm just waiting around to talk to someone.
May the spirit one day all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius.
Okay, it looks as if this, whatever that was, has ended, so...
Kust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
You're priest of Arkay.
I am. I came into Arkay's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return.
I'll do it.
Blessing of Arkay to you for your help.
I won't do that this episode, but I'm not telling you that right now. Moss Mother Cavern, is that a place that I've been to? No, I have not. Well, yep, that'll have to wait. Who else can we talk to here? There is a reason why I'm going around and just talking to random NPCs in Skyrim, especially in Falkreath, because the Hearthfire DLC allows you to build your own home in Skyrim, build your own house, and well,
Bones, handsome man in Falkreath.
You have to help a certain number of people. Excuse me. I know you're.
Keep a song in your heart to ward off the gloom.
Hello.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler.
You said something about a burial.
No, Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler. We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arkay? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul.
I'd be honored.
Thank you. Till next time.
Yeah, I just want to help some people in Falkreath Hold if I can. Especially since I have so many time-consuming quests and miscellaneous quests. Oh, good to see you.
War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand in our cemetery to see that.
I have a delivery from Podgear.
Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble.
600 gold for that?
Life is far too short, my friend.
And we assisted one person already.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Have you heard any rumors lately?
Folks have gone missing the past few weeks. Word now's that our hunters are gone too. Say, if you're traveling, could you keep an eye out for them? Valder and his men, I think they were after Bear up north.
Ah,
you hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
Alright.
I've half a... Not much exciting happens around here.
No.
You're as like as not
I'm
to be
good.
bored to death if you stay too
Hello,
long.
who are you?
A sad time.
Is this place always so gloomy?
Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arkay's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way.
Who died?
Our daughter. Our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter.
So sorry for your loss. Who did this?
Sinding. Came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. Be stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this? I just don't understand what kind of man does
that. That is also a very, very large quest. Ill met by moonlight. I am not going to do that one right now. As is my pattern been. For all these other miscellaneous quests and that sort of thing. Yes, I know I am banking them up rather heavily. I'm going to have to get around to them. I realize this. But there's only so much time in an episode, and unless I want to extend this out to like a 3-hour episode, which I don't know if you'd really want that, so let's not do that. I do think, however, there are more people that can be helped in Falkreath. I remember certain quests and that sort of thing, unless I'm remembering them from other holds. But whoops, Sadie, don't mean to be nosy. I could literally take that and it wouldn't count that as stealing. Same with that stuff, but I'm not going to right now. I'm not worried about that. No. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I should really go now.
Okay, yeah, she's just an NPC. And only an NPC. Nothing more to it than that. Why don't we visit the alchemist, the grave concoction shop?
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
Let's see, what do I have apparel-wise here? I swear, I have something for Fortify Alchemy. I have a couple of things. They're both necklaces, but they'll do. They'll do for my purposes here. Let's see if I have anything fun in here. Lingering damage health would be a fun one, but I can't create that right now. Slow. Oh no. I mean, oh yes. Yeah, those are some fun ones as well, because it adds the slow effect along with doing some poison damage. And these are the potential Fortify Restoration potions that I said I might be able to do in Gone Fishing 6. I'm just browsing through here, seeing what I could potentially... Why would anyone fall for that? That's ridiculous. Fortify Conjuration, carry weight. Absolutely. Because those are worth so much. Damage, Magicka regen. Oh, okay, that's the enchantment stuff as well. What we got here? We got anything good here? Ooh, River Betties really do some work with that. So I'm going to create a whole bunch of those. And then I have some things that I can experiment with. Primarily the Abassian Longfin. Fortify Sneak. Yay. I like that. I like to see that. Bleeding Crown. Oh. Okay, knew that already. Ooh, I have 2 Briarhearts. Ooh, Crimson Nirnroot, though. Well, if normal Nirnroot can damage health, then maybe this also can. But I don't know if I have anything on my person that... Yes. So, discovered damage health from Crimson Nirnroot. Let's try with the Cyrodiilic Spadetail. Damage stamina as well. Okay, that's interesting. Let's not get too over our heads with that one. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Some Dragon's Tongue. Let's try it with Elves Ear. Resist fire. Cool. Okay, we're getting lucky on finding enchantments here. So it won't be Flamestalk. I know that. Resist frost. No, it won't be Frost Miriam or Frost Salt. Well, with the Frost Salt's weakness... No, it won't be weakness to... Well... No, it won't be weakness to fire. Regenerate health. Fortify Destruction. Let's try it with Glow Dust. No. Okay, that was a dumb idea. Hey, we've got some goldfish that we can experiment with. Why not? Water breathing. That's kind of a fun one to discover. And we have love. Nice. Okay, Jazzbay Gravestone. Go with that. What about Jazzbay with Mudcrab Chitin? No. Scaly Foliota and Slaughterfish Scales? Nope. Spadefish and Swamp Fungal Pod? Restore health. Nice. How about Thistle Branch? Nope. Tundra Cotton? No. Watcher's Eye and Tundra Cotton. Fortify Magicka. Okay. Before I get ahead of myself here, I will go ahead and take that level up. Might as well. Oh, what do I do here? What do I increase? I'm going to increase Magicka. So now... Ooh. Okay, this is more heavy armor over here, whereas lighter armor is here on smithing. Except plate armor is heavy as well. I think. Yeah. Glass armor, ooh, that'd be fun. Elven smithing. I don't know how much good that would do, and I haven't put a lot into smithing lately. Ooh, yeah, enchanter? Yes, please. Although, I could have put something into alchemy, since I am working with alchemy right now. But it's fine. Angler larvae and blue butterfly wing? No. How about with an Abassian longfin? No. Bone meal for that? No. Well, already know Fortify Restoration. 201 gold. That's fine. Let's try it with I've Sabercat. No. Okay, I've Sabercat and... maybe glassfish? No. I have a lot of glassfish. I'm just kind of bouncing around here, trying to find things that go together. Restore Magicka. Good to know. Okay. Juvenile Mud Crab. Nope. Lyretail and Thias, which is a very rare fish. That would be a no. Nordic Barnacle. No. Pygmy Sunfish and Sabercat Tooth. Restore stamina. Okay. Silverside Perch and... well, I know what Snowberries would do in that case. Along with Thistle Branch. What about with a Watcher's Eye? No. Okay, White Cap and Thistle Branch. Oh, Fortify Heavy Armor. I knew that already. So I didn't learn anything on that. Orange Dartwing and a Nordic Barnacle. Fortify Pickpocket. Good, good. I needed another one of those. Juvenile Mud Crabs. Let's try it with a Hisscarp. No. How about a Goldfish? No. Flamestalk. No. What if I tried that with Flamestalk? Restore health. Restores 58 points of health. Actually. Okay. Okay. I'm still not sure what a Briarheart did. Well, actually. Okay, Briarheart, and I have something in mind. Oh, do I not have it? Oh, I don't have the item I'm wanting on me right now. It's not... Here, let me take a look at this, because I think I might have paralysis poison recipe, Canis root and swamp fungal pod. So not what I had in mind.
Someone, take a look.
So no Canis root. What about swamp fungal pod? No. There are a lot of alchemy ingredients, however, that I can experiment with here. Oh, this is a very expensive trip. Mainly due to the fact that there was a... Okay, I'll buy another one of those to see if it's any different. I have some potions here that I mixed up that I can sell. Damage stamina. Slow, I'm keeping those. Weakness to poison, sell it. Keep the cure disease. Keep that. Oh, yeah. Sell those. Fortify heavy armor, sell that. Fortify magicka, sell it. Keep the pickpocket one. I don't need the fortify restorations. Fortify sneak, I will keep that. Let's see here. Regenerate health, regenerate magicka. Need those. Resist fire, don't need that. Resist poison, don't need that. Restore health. Hey, speech skill increased to 42. I like to see that. Restore stamina, I will keep those. Water breathing, I don't especially need that. Let's sell the skooma as well. But weak paralysis poison that I can't really do anything with. Sell the ale, because I don't need it for anything. I have a lot of fish in here. Sell these salmon. The Surly Brothers wine, sell it. Yeah, so this vendor obviously made a lot of gold off of Felix.
Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
Daedra hearts are so expensive, though. I don't want to experiment with that right now. Actually, let's go through and see what I can make potion-wise.
If either these Nords or Imperials had some red in their blood, this war would be over.
Potion of Frenzy. Or Poison of Frenzy, excuse me. Regenerate magicka. Ooh,
someone new.
Dwarven
someone
oil.
Looking for me to mix something up for them?
Ooh, okay, with taproot as well. Go ahead and make a couple of those.
If either these Nords or Imperials had some red
I can make another.
this war would be over.
I can make more poisons slow.
Falkreath's warriors always return one way or another.
Yeah, those are worth enough that I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Weakness to magic. Regenerate magicka discovered from Jazzbay grapes. Good. Don't do that. Ooh, with frost salts. Let's make some of those. 58 points of health restored. Let's try to do that. Okay. Sometimes you just have to use 3 ingredients to figure out the full extent of what things do. Case in point, Fortify Sneak discovered with Purple Mountain Flower and Frost Miriam. Excellent. Excellent find.
Need something?
Okay, nothing there. Regenerate magicka. There won't be anything there. We're 304 gold though, so I'm going to go ahead and make one of those. Fortify Sneak, 201 gold. Why not? Fortify Restoration. Weakness to poison discovered from the small antlers, I believe. I wasn't really reading that part of it. 10% stronger or that. Fine, I'll make one of those to increase the alchemy skill a little bit more. No, don't quit yet. Damage, magicka, regen. Okay, yeah, it's still that one.
Perhaps someone looking for me to mix something up for them?
How about blister wart and a Cyrodiilic spade? Oh, poison of damage stamina. Made 2 of them because of Sundarian Serendipity. Excellent. I have Saber Cat, and let's try it with Fly Amanita. No. What a glass fish and a grass pot. Oh, potions of Restore Magicka. Oh, and we are over the 2-hour mark officially on this episode. So we're going to be running a little longer than I normally like to run these things, but that is fine. I hope you're enjoying watching this. Yeah, the episode is kind of winding down here, but we're still having a good time. Having a good time.
Yes?
Rocket Warbler Egg, Potion of Restore Health discovered from it. Now, if I do Flame Stalk, it'll still be Restore Health, but it gets 10 more points of healing than it would otherwise. Still have some Juvenile Mud Crabs. What can I do with these? Hag Raven Feathers? Nope.
Don't let the shop's name
one last Juvenile Mud Crab. Let's just try it. Shot in the dark here. Why not? Blue Butterflies. Nope. Okay, what does a Briarheart go with?
Always return. One way
I'm still continuing to wonder. But while I'm wondering that, Crimson Nirnroot, I can try it with a couple of other things. Resist magic discovered from it. Okay, so Fortify Health, Fortify Carry Weight, and Damage Stamina regen on a Giant's Toe.
Someone new. Perhaps someone looking for me to mix something up for them?
Hag Raven Claw. Nope.
Nords or Imperials had
oh well. I can always get more of those. It's fine. Ice Wraith Teeth, and let's try a Saber Cat Tooth. Fortify Heavy Armor. Good.
Falkreath warriors always return one
Silverside Perch, Snowberries? Resist Frost, already knew that.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that with Spriggan Sap. Or really anything. Let's try Troll Fat, no.
Yes.
Okay, Silverside Perch and Flame Stalk. Okay, Potion of Resist Frost, 39% resistance. That's fine. Okay. Well, seeing as how we are so low on options here, I'm just going to make
someone new,
some more potions of Restore Health here.
Thing up for them?
Okay, let's switch back over to that Silver Emerald Necklace that has the sneak ability on it.
I'm waiting.
Why name your store Grave Concoctions?
I know, it's a bit strange. Not exactly a name to bring comfort to the sick and ailing who come to buy a poultice or salve. But what you must understand about Falkreath is that our town is defined, for better or worse, by the large and ancient cemetery here. That's why the inn is called Dead Man's Drink, the farm is called Corpse Light Farm, and so on. I suppose it's sort of a running joke.
I see. Also, there aren't many red guards in Skyrim. What brought you here?
Well, my family back in Hammerfell didn't approve of my interest in lethal poisons and death in general, so I left and wandered north. When I found this town, with its huge cemetery, I felt right at home. I opened the shop, and I've never looked back. This is where I belong.
Alright. What have you got for sale, by the way? I have a few more items that I've brewed here that you might want to be able to sell in your store. So, well, that's like a 10% fortify enchanting potion with Magicka regeneration not happening for 49 seconds. That's fine though. Damage stamina, let's go ahead and sell those. I have a lot of poisons of slow here, so let's sell this stack of them. That one I'm going to keep. Sell some more of those. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of these things. Keep going. Won't need Fortify Heavy Armor, so I'll sell that. Fortify Restoration. Yeah, sell it. A lot of Fortify Sneak here. Ooh, and resist 39% of frost damage for 60 seconds. That one might be useful. Let's see here. Let's keep going, keep going. Oh, yeah. Sell that, and then... Oh, yeah, sell resist fire. That works. And then... Oh, let's...
Until next time.
This other... Oh, they're both the same recipe. Well, that's fine. Is this why I took damage on the way in? Because of a bucket? Here, I'm just going to leave this here for you.
Call upon me if I can be of any service.
Of course. Have a good day. Well, I still haven't gotten around to doing a bonus content video on the uses of buckets in game, so that'll still be something to look forward to. Until then, though, well, I'm going to end the episode right here. I hope you enjoyed this one. Ran a little bit longer than typically do, like I said. Hey, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as to what you'd like to see gameplay-wise, what quests you would like me to do, and so on and so forth. But with that, I'm the Nerdy Librarian. I'm going to be signing off for the night here. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.